Hello students, I am Dr. S.S. Naik from KKW College of Engineering, Nasik. Today in this lecture, I'll be going through unit number 1, part 4th, Taylor series. Statement of this theorem or the series is if f of x plus h can be expanded in ascending powers of x, then f of x plus h is equal to f of h plus x times f dash of h plus x square upon 2 factorial f double dash of h plus so on plus x to the power n upon n factorial fn of h. Here, if you see the expansion of this function, we have expanded f of x plus h in the ascending powers of x, that is, in the increasing powers of x, x to the power 1, x to the power 2, and so on. As in the series of Maclaurin series, you had the same concept where you are having that f of x is equal to f of 0 plus x f dash of 0 plus x square upon 2 factorial f double dash of 0 and so on. So this series is the extended part of the Maclaurin series, or this is the most general series. Then we'll see what are the consequences of this Taylor series. First, another form of this Taylor series can be obtained by interchanging x and h in the above result. Now this is result number A. This is the original one, for example. So in this, if I interchange the values of x and h, now this becomes f of x plus h becomes f of h plus x. So this will be same. The left hand side will be same. Just we have replaced x by h and h by x. So therefore, when in the above result, you are replacing, you are interchanging, rather instead of replacing, you are interchanging that h by x. So wherever there is h, replace that by x. Wherever there is x, replace that by h. Then this becomes f of x plus h or h plus x is equal to f of x plus h times f dash of x plus h square upon 2 factorial f double dash of x plus and so on h to the power n upon n factorial fn of x. Okay, now if you see this equation number b, this is also the expansion of f of x plus h in the ascending powers of h. Okay, this is not in the ascending powers of x, this is in the ascending powers of h. In a, that is in this equation number, the original equation number a, if we substitute h is equal to 0, that means put h is equal to 0, that is you are finding the value at the origin, then f of this is equal to f of x plus 0, that means this becomes f of x. So f of x is equal to, you are putting h is equal to 0, this becomes f of 0 plus x times f dash of 0 plus x square upon 2 factorial f double dash of 0 plus and so on x to the power n upon n factorial fn of 0 plus and so on. So this is nothing but the Maclaurin series in the ascending powers of x. So therefore, this expansion is the Maclaurin expansion. So Maclaurin expansion is a particular form of the Taylor's expansion. Then also in the next part, we'll say that if I replace x by a and h by x minus a in the second equation b, then we get that. So that means in this equation, you are replacing x by a and h by x minus a. So therefore, this becomes x plus x minus a, that is equal to a plus x minus a. Minus a and plus a will get cancelled. Therefore, on the left hand side, you get f of x. So therefore, f of h plus x becomes f of x. And here you are having, in the b part, you are having f of x. X is replaced by a. Therefore, you get f of a. Then this is h. H is replaced by x minus a. And then this x is replaced by a. So this becomes f dash of a. So f of a plus x minus a f dash of a. Similarly, the next part, this is x minus a square upon 2 factorial f double dash of a plus and so on x minus a to the power n upon n factorial fn of a. So which gives this expansion of f of x in the ascending powers of x minus a. So here in this case, again, if you have, this is the expansion about a point. This is the expansion about the origin. This is the expansion in general. So this is the general expansion. Now here, in this case, you are having the ascending powers of x minus a, x minus a, x minus a square, x minus a to the power n, and all this. So therefore, that means you have to remember all these four formulae very, very carefully. And then you'll have to apply which formula I need. Do I need the formula number 1? Do I need formula number 2? Or do I need formula number 3, where you are actually using the Maclaurin series? Here you are using that f of h plus x or x plus h in the ascending powers of h, in the ascending powers of x, and in the ascending powers of x minus a. Accordingly, you'll have to choose, and you'll have to see the given problems, and then you'll have to solve that problems by using these four expansions. Now we'll see some examples on all these four types so that you can understand the corresponding formulae. Assuming the possibility of expansion, prove that x minus x plus h to the power n is equal to x to the power n plus h n x to the power n minus 1 plus h square upon 2 factorial n minus 1 upon 2 factorial x to the power n minus 2 plus and so on. Then the second problem is log of sine of x plus h is equal to log of sine x plus h times cot x minus h square upon 2 cosec square x plus h cube upon 3 cos x upon sine cube x plus and so on. So if you see these questions, so here say for example, this is x plus h. This is also x plus h. That means indirectly you are making use of the Taylor series to prove these two problems. Okay, now we'll start with, we'll take the first one, that is a part. Let f of x plus h is equal to x plus h to the power n. So this is the given function. This is the left hand side. You take the left hand side and prove that this left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So therefore we have taken f of x plus h is equal to x plus h to the power n. So f of x is equal to, that means if h is not there, this h is not there, that means you'll be having f of x is equal to x to the power n. So f of x is known to you. F of x is equal to x to the power n. From this f of x, you can find f dash of x, that the derivative of this is equal to n x to the power n minus 1. By using the formula, if y is equal to x to the power n, then dy by dx is equal to n x to the power n minus 1. Then the second order derivative, this is equal to n is constant, this n minus 1 will come down, x to the power n minus 2, and so on. Now similarly, you can just go on finding all the derivatives of x to the power n. Then substituting these values in the Taylor theorem or the Taylor series. What is that theorem? F of x plus h is equal to f of x plus h times f dash of x plus h square upon 2 factorial f double dash of x plus h to the power n upon n factorial fn of x. So we get that this is f of x plus h is equal to x plus h to the power n is equal to f of x. What is f of x? F of x is equal to x to the power n. So therefore this is x to the power n. This is h as it is. Then f dash of x. What is f dash of x? F dash of x is equal to n x to the power n minus 1. This is n x to the power n minus 1. Then this is h square upon 2 factorial. Then f double dash of x is given by n minus 1 x to the power n minus 2. And similarly, the last part is given by h to the power n upon n factorial. And when you find that nth derivative, that becomes n factorial. So therefore, this value you can write in the form of this is x to the power n, then this is h n x to the power n minus 1, n minus 1 upon 2 factorial. This is you can take this n minus 1 upon 2 factorial. This becomes h square x to the power n minus 2 and so on. The last term, this n factorial and this n factorial will get cancelled. Then you get this is h to the power n, that is equal to plus h to the power n. So therefore, this expansion is called the binomial expansion. That means the Taylor series gives the binomial expansion. So therefore, by making use of the Taylor's theorem, we can get the binomial expansion of the function x plus h to the power n. That is the first problem. Then we'll go to the next one. Then in the next problem, what is that? You are given, let f of x plus h is equal to log of x into bracket x plus h. Okay, so this is f of x plus h. This is equal to sine of x plus h. So assume that this h is not there, then automatically you are going to get f of x. F of x is equal to log of sine x. Then once f of x is known to you, you can find the derivative of that f of x is equal to f dash of x is equal to log sine x derivative. Log becomes 1 upon. So this is 1 upon sine x. Then the inside derivative of sine x is cos x. Then we know that cos theta upon sine theta is equal to cot theta. So therefore, cos x upon sine x is equal to cot x. This is the first order derivative. Then we'll go to the second order derivative. That is f double dash of x. Derivative of cot x is minus cosec square x. Then we'll go to the third order derivative. Third order derivative is, now here you'll have to remember, this is cosec square x. Okay. Then this becomes 2 times. Then you'll be having the derivative of cosec x is cosec x into cot x. So therefore, this cosec x once because of the power rule and cosec x into cot x because of the derivative, it becomes a derivative becomes the 2 times cosec square x into cot x. Okay. Again, when you simplify, cosec square x is equal to 1 upon sine square x. Cot x is equal to that cos x upon sine x. Then this 2 will go in the numerator and this is 2 cos x upon sine cube. This is sine square from this, 1 sine from this is equal to sine cube x. Okay. So this is the third order derivative. So if you substitute these values in the Taylor series, we get log of sine of x plus h is equal to f of x is equal to log of sine x plus h times f dash of x is equal to cot x, h square upon 2 factorial minus cosec square x, then plus h cube upon 3 factorial 2 cos x upon sine cube x plus and so on. So therefore, this is the required result. F of x plus h is equal to log of sine of x plus h is equal to log of sine x plus h cot x minus h square upon 2 cosec square x plus h cube upon 3. So again, here you are having in the 3 factorial and this 2. 2 and 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 into 1. This 2 and this 2 from this will get cancelled. Therefore, you get h cube upon 3. This is not 3 factorial. This is also h square upon 2. Okay. Then this is cos x, that is equal to cos x upon sin cube x plus and so on. Okay. So this type of the questions you can expect in the expansion of the Taylor series problems. Okay. Then we'll see the second type of the question. Say for example, expand 2x cube plus 7x square plus x minus 6 in powers of x minus 2. So this is type x minus a type. Again, you'll have to remember that. Okay. That is f of x plus f of x is equal to f of x then plus x minus a f dash of x plus and so on. That type of a problem is given on expand this function in the powers of x minus 2. So we'll start with let f of x is equal to 2x cube plus 7x square plus x minus 6. Then what we do? We want in the powers of x minus 2. So therefore, we adjust this function f of x in such a way that I get x minus 2 in this function so that it can be expanded in x minus a. So this is equal to, so you can write this f of x as f of 2 plus x minus 2. That means add and subtract 2. When you are adding and subtracting 2, the function will remain same. Now this is of the form, this is that x minus a and this is equal to a. So therefore, then using Taylor's theorem, with the Taylor's theorem, f of x is equal to f of 2 plus x minus 2 is equal to f of 2. This is the first part. This is f of 2. Then plus x minus a. This is x minus 2. Then f dash of 2 plus x minus 2 square upon 2 factorial f double dash f 2 plus x minus 2 cube upon 3 factorial f triple dash f 2 plus and so on. Now this is important. So if you understand this, then nothing is there in the question. Okay, this is the main important part. Once that f of x is known to you, which one? F of x, then you can definitely find f of 2 and then find f dash of x, you can find f dash of 2 and you can substitute that values in this equation, and whatever the value that you are going to get, that become the solution of this equation in powers of x minus 2. Okay, so this equation number A you'll have to remember. We'll see how to get that. Here we'll start with f of x is equal to, what is that? 2x cube plus 7x square plus x minus 6. Then put x is equal to 2. So this becomes a 2 cube. 2 cube is 8. 8 into 2. That's equal to 16. Then this is 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 into 7 is 28. Then this is equal to 2 and this is equal to minus 6. So go on taking the sum of this. This becomes is equal to 40. So f of 2 is equal to 40. Then f of x is known to you. Find f dash of x. That is f dash of x is equal to the derivative of this. So this becomes equal to 3 into 2 is a 6x square. Then 2 into 7 is 14x. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of a minus 6 is equal to 0. That is a constant value. Then again put x is equal to 2. This is 2 square into 6 is equal to 4 into 6 is 24. Then this is 14 into 2 is 28. And this is plus 1. Now this is equal to 53. Then go for the second order derivative. That is equal to f double dash of x is equal to 12x plus 14. F double dash of 2 equal to 24 plus 14 is 38. Then f triple dash of x. This is the derivative of this is equal to 12. Derivative of this is equal to 0. So f triple dash of 2 is equal to 12. Then f fourth dash of x. Now the derivative of a constant is equal to 0. Therefore, f fourth dash of 2 is also equal to 0. Okay, so these are the corresponding derivatives and you got the corresponding values of the derivatives at the point 2. Then substituting these values in equation number A, we get this is f of x is equal to f of 2. F of 2 is equal to 40. That's equal to this value we have put. Okay. Then plus x minus 2 f dashed up to. F dashed up to is equal to 53. The second value we have put. This is x minus 2 square upon 2 factorial. Then f double dash up to, that's equal to 38. Then x minus 3 cube upon 3 factorial, and then you are having f that is equal to f triple dash up 2 is equal to 12. Okay, then f fourth dash up, this value is equal to 0, all other parts will be equal to 0. So therefore when you simplify this value, this becomes 40, then this becomes 53 x minus 2, then this becomes 2 and this 38 becomes 19 x minus 2 square, and this is plus 2, then you are having this is equal to 3 factorial and 12. So this equal to 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2, that is equal to 6. 6 into 6, 12 upon 6 is equal to 2. So it becomes equal to 2x minus 2 bracket cube and this value. So therefore that f of x, that means that f of x is given by this value, which is that value 2x cube plus 7x square plus x minus 6 is equivalent to 40 plus 53x minus 2, 19 x minus 2 square and all this. So therefore this given function which was there in the powers of x is now converted in the powers of x minus 2 by using the Taylor theorem. Okay, then similarly we'll go to the next problem, the third, that is using Taylor's theorem express x minus 2 to the power 4 minus 3x minus 2 to the power 3 plus 4 into x minus 2 to the power 2 plus 5 in the powers of x. Okay, just you'll have to understand what he has given now. It was the reverse of what we have studied in the last equation. Now here this is in the powers of x minus 2. Okay, this is x minus a. So you want this x minus a in terms of x because he wants in powers of x. Okay, the last problem was this was in powers of x. You converted this powers of x in terms of in the powers of x minus 2. Then in the form of x minus 2 powers he has already given, you want to convert this to in the powers of x. Okay, so what we do, we start with the same thing, that is f of x plus h is equal to x minus 2 to the power 4 and this given equation where h is equal to minus 2. It is understood. So when you put that h is equal to minus 2, then this becomes is equal to x minus 2. Okay, so therefore when you are having this value that x minus 2 to the power 4, when you assume that this 2 is not there, that means when this h is equal to minus 2 is not there, then you get f of x, and that f of x is now replaced by h, for example, that it becomes f of h. So f of h is equal to h to the power 4, which one, this is x to the power 4, that becomes h to the power 4, again h is replaced by x. Okay, then this is 3, this is x to the power 3 becomes h to the power 3, then this is 4 as it is, this becomes x to the power 2, therefore it becomes h to the power 2, and this is plus 5. Okay, then this is f of h, for example, that means you have converted f of x plus h in terms of f of h just by replacing x by h, nothing else. F dash of x and f dash of x, both of them will be same, only the variables have changed. Okay, then you are putting the value of that h is equal to minus 2. So when you put h is equal to minus 2 in this is minus 2 to the power 4 minus 3 minus 2 to the power 3 and all this, then plus 4 h to the power minus 2 square and all this, and when you go on simplifying that value, this becomes f of minus 2 is equal to 61. Okay, then you get the derivative of this is equal to f dash of h is equal to 4h cube minus 9h square plus 8h. Then f dash of minus 2, as in the last case, put that h is equal to minus 2 and go on simplifying, you get this is equal to minus 84. Then go for the second order derivative. So this becomes a 12h squared, this becomes minus 18h, this becomes plus 8. Again, find the value of uh, second order derivative at a point minus 2, and that is equal to 92. So just you'll have to find, you'll have to put these values and find the value of this. Okay. Then this is f triple dash. Go for the derivative of this. This is 24h minus 18. Then again, the value of the third order derivative at a point minus 2 is equal to minus 66. Then f fourth dash of h is equal to derivative of this is 24. So f fourth dash of minus 2 is equal to 24. Then if you go for the derivative of this, that is f fifth dash of h, that is the fifth derivative of f of h with respect to h is 0. So the fifth derivative of f of minus 2 is also equal to 0. So substituting these values in the Taylor's theorem. So these values are known to you. Then just apply the theorem. What is the theorem? The theorem is f of x plus h is equal. So you want in the ascending powers of what? X. So therefore you have taken that f of x plus h is equal to f of h plus x f dash of h plus x square upon 2 factorial f double dash of h, then plus x cube upon 3 factorial f triple dash of x plus x to the power 4 upon 4 factorial f fourth dash of h, and so on. Then these values are known to you. F of h is known, put that value is equal to 61, then put this x as it is. F dash of h is minus 84, then this is x square upon 2 factorial, f double dash of h is 92, x cube upon 3 factorial, this is equal to minus 66, x to the power 4 upon 4 factorial, this is equal to 24. Then when you go on again simplifying all this, the first will remain same, then this becomes minus will come on this side, becomes equal to minus 84x, and then this is 92 divided by 2, that is equal to 92, this is x square by 2. Then this is equal to 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2, and this is equal to 66. So this becomes 6 11s are 66. This is a minus sign. Then this is 24, and this is also 24, that will get cancelled. So therefore the given expression f of x plus h is equal to 61 minus 84x plus 46x square. This is 92 upon 2 is equal to 46x square minus 11x cube plus x to the power 4. Again, if you understand, this becomes the ascending powers of x. So in the last part, this was what? This was in the ascending powers of x minus 2. So therefore, you have converted this value in the powers of x. Okay. So therefore, you get the corresponding value 61 minus 84x plus 46x square minus 11x cube plus x to the power 4. Now, the next type of the problem where you can expect again, this is the fourth type on the Taylor series. That is, obtain the value of square root of 9.12 correct to 5 places of decimals. Okay. Now, again, if you see this question, here so this value will have to get square root of 9 is 3. So that means you'll have to get the value of this is equal to 3 point some fractional points, is it? So how to find it? Now, by using the calculator, you can find within 1 second. But here you'll have to write on the question paper. So when you are writing on the question paper, then this carries, say for example, 5 marks or 3 marks according to the question paper. Therefore, you'll have to go through using the Taylor theorem, and from that Taylor theorem, you'll have to make use of that Taylor theorem, and then you'll have to find the value of this correct up to 5 decimal places. So we start like this. Let f of x plus h is equal to root of x plus h. So this is equal to root of, this is x and this is h, for example. So therefore we take f of x plus h is equal to root of x plus h, so that f of x is equal to root x. That is, when h is not there, for example, you get f of x is equal to root x. Then f dash x is what? Derivative of f dash x is equal to 1 upon 2 root x. So this 1 upon 2 root x, you can write 1 by 2 x to the power minus 1 by 2. Why you want this value? Because you want to get the second order derivative. So therefore, to find the second order derivative, you are putting that f double dash of x is equal to minus 1 by 4 x to the power minus 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 will remain as it is. One more 1 by 2 will come down. That becomes minus 1 by 4. Then this is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 is equal to minus 3 by 2. Then f triple dash of x is equal to, again this 3 and 3 by 2 will come down. Minus and minus becomes plus. That is equal to 3 by 8. This is 3 by 2 minus 1 is equal to x to the power minus 5 by 2. Okay. So therefore, these are the three derivatives, for example. Then you are now putting the value of that x is equal to 9 and h is equal to 0.12, and then you are finding the corresponding values. F of 9 is equal to root of 9 is equal to 3. F dash of 9 is equal to, f dash of 9 is equal to 1 upon 2 into 3 is equal to 1 upon 6. F double dash of 9 is equal to, again when you go on calculating this value, that is equal to the second derivative is equal to minus 1 upon 108. The next one we have not taken. Then using the Taylor's theorem, f of x plus h is equal to f of x plus h times f dash of x plus h square upon 2 factorial f double dash of x plus h cube upon 3 factorial f triple dash of x plus and so on. And letting that x is equal to 9 and h is equal to 0.12, we get root of 9.12 is equal to 3. Then 0.12 multiplied by 1 by 6 plus 0.12 square upon 2 multiplied by minus of 1 upon 108 plus and so on. So this value is equal to square root of this value. Then when it goes simplifying this value, this becomes 3.01994. Okay, then we'll see the last problem, the fifth type of the question. Again, same type of a concept, but with a different idea. Using Taylor series, obtain tan inverse of 1.003 correct up to 5 places of decimals. So again, if you see this question, again you can make use of your calculator and get the value of tan inverse of 1.003 within a fraction of a second. But here again, this is the writing paper. You want to find the value of this. For that 5 marks, and for that 5 marks you'll have to use that Taylor series, and then because already he has given using Taylor series, not using calculator. Otherwise you can use the calculator and get the value, but he has particularly asked to find using the Taylor series. So therefore you'll have to find by using Taylor series only. Using Taylor series, what a formula? F of x plus h is equal to f of x plus h times f dash of x plus h square upon 2 factorial f double dash of x and so on. So therefore we expand tan inverse of x plus h, tan inverse of x plus h, and then we take x is equal to 1 and h is equal to 0.003. Okay, so start with this. Let f of x plus h is equal to tan inverse of x plus h. Then f of x will be equal to, what is that? F of x is equal to, this becomes tan inverse x. Once f of x is known to you, you can find f dash of x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square. Then f double dash of x, again the derivative of this by using that. So this you can take in the numerator and get the inside derivative. So it becomes equal to minus 2x upon 1 plus x square. Then again, you'll have to find either by using the quotient rule or by using the product rule. Okay, so by using the product rule, you can find the value of this becomes f triple dash of x is equal to, so when you go on simplifying this, the third order derivative becomes 6x square minus 2 divided by 1 plus x square to the power 3. Then we'll find the value of this f of x at x is equal to 1. So f at x is equal to 1, this becomes tan inverse of 1, and we know that tan inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 4. Then we'll find f dash of 1. So this is f dash of 1, 1 upon 1, 1 plus 1 square. 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. Therefore, that becomes f dash of 1 is equal to 1 by 2. Then f double dash of x is equal to minus 2 by 4. That is x is equal to 1. This is 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 square is 4. Becomes minus 2 by 4 is equal to minus 1 by 2. Then f triple dash, this is x is 1. So this becomes equal to 6 minus 2 is equal to 4, and this is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 cube is 8. So this becomes 4 upon 8 is equal to 1 by 2. So substituting these values in the Taylor series, we get tan inverse of 1.003 is equal to the first value. The first value is pi by 4. Then this is 0.003 multiplied by 1 by 2 plus 0.003 square divided by 2 into 1 multiplied by 1 by 2. So this is 0.003 cube upon 3 factorial into multiplied by this value. So when you go on calculating all these values, you get these values are given by tan inverse of 1.003 is equal to 0.78900, using the value of pi is equal to 3.141593. Okay, so this completes the entire parts of the Taylor series, and also we have already done that Maclaurin series and all that. Okay, so in the next period I'll be discussing about the last part of unit number 1, that is what we call the indeterminate form. So either it will take one of the videos or maybe even 2 videos to complete the entire unit number 1. Until then, thank you very much.